Hi, old guy in chair. Been a while. I've been away. We've had family come over and stay. I've been in work. My daughter gave me a new hat. I'm not a huge fan of baseball caps as such, but she said it made me look like either Donald Trump or at least a Trump supporter. I think I'll take it off. Well done. There you go. It's one of the things you put up with when you got kids, I guess. Right, what have I been up to? Well, firstly, Falcone's all back together, beautifully done repair, as I said in the last episode. I've now had the little scratch touched up as well, so all back together and running, except for the fact that the brake light switch failed. I've spent an awful lot of money getting an original replacement for what it is. It's a lot of money. Could have used a universal one. Really didn't want it. I wanted the original because I just did. End of. But I'm a little bit further ahead with the MV Agusta. Got it running. Took it for a little blast, largely because a chappie I was talking to, a motorbike dealer who had a couple of the Ipotessis in over the years, and said he used a word I would never have attached to a motorbike. He said it's a feisty little bike. I thought that's a bloody old way to describe a motorbike. So, anyway, I decided that I'd get this thing bloody running and have a run round on it. And a little bit of a private farm track. It was not a track, it's proper road, tarmac. And I cracked it, got it going and went for a run. And feisty works as a word to describe exactly how this bike is. It's a rocket ship. The nearest thing I could really align it to for the era would be an RD 350. Although it's a 4-stroke, it comes on the cam like a... Well, it hits it like mad and you're away. And it's a fantastic thing to ride. And it sounds epic. Anyway, there we go. That's the MV Agusta. That's the story of the... what do you call it here? The Falcone. But fill you in on what I've been getting up to. I went up north to see a pal of mine over the bank holiday, the Jubilee bank holiday, the extra day we got. And went for a ride around Cheshire and Shropshire and what have you. Had a cup of tea at Ellesmere at the lake there. Very, very nice. And then on the next day, on the Friday, he lives fairly close to Alton Park. And he said, I think there's something going on at Alton. I said, okay, we'll have a look. We had a little ride around Delamere Forest. Not in the forest, but around the roads. I kept that straight. And we went for breakfast and then we went to Alton Park. And we pulled up because we thought we would just have a wander around the paddock because it'd be a practice day. And he pulls up and he's got this beautiful old A7. I think it's an A7. I mixed them up. Anyway, got on this old BSA, pre-unit construction Beza, and we pulled up at the chap in the cash booth thing. And he said, oh, I've got one of those, and they have a long 10-minute chat about it, maybe more, all about the vagaries of this bike. And my pal eventually says, is it okay for us to go and have a look around? Yes, lad, he said, off you go. So we ride in, and no, it wasn't a practice day, it was a race day. And we said, oh, this is good. So we have a bite to eat in there, and we wander out, and just coming in off the track into the paddock area, we hear the unmissable rinky-dinky sound of an MV, got MV on the mind, of an MZ 250. And that's a racing MZ. And then another couple went past. Oh, gotta go look at these. So they were like the Pied Piper, and we were like the children following. And in this corner of the paddock there was all of these MV, I said it again, MZ 250 racing bikes. And what a bloody wonderful bunch of people. So enthusiastic, so into what they were doing, and it was no money. You know, I mean, when I say no, obviously there's money involved, but no big bucks, you know, no mega bucks. And they were all having a ball. They were all really enjoying it, and all very enthusiastic to tell you all about it. And, well, yeah, we do this, and you can alter that, and you're not allowed to do that. And oh, this is good, and really nice people. And so we hung around, because he said they had another race, and we wanted to watch it. And of course it was the last race of the day. So we got to watch the sidecars, we got to watch, I think it was Super Sports, some Megadeth motorbikes. And then at the end of it, there were the MZs, and they were wonderful fun. Pretty close racing. It's a big circuit, Oulton Park, for such small bikes. I think they'd be way more suited to Mallory, but nonetheless, they gave us a really good, entertaining race. And as like I say, a bunch of really nice people. If you get the opportunity to go and watch MZ racing, I can highly recommend it. It was great fun, absolutely great fun. And like I say, I've been in work. Another pal of mine gave me a ring and said, can I help him out? He's taking his BMW for service and MOT. And I said, yeah, sure, what do you want me to do? And he said, could you pick me up? I said, yeah, sure, not a problem. On the way, front brake seizes on, battery fails, and one thing or another. This bike has been, he had quite a bad accident, and then COVID and one thing and another. This bike hasn't run for 3 years, and so he's going to service and MOT, like I say. The guy looked at it and said, well, I can't do all of this quickly, so I sent him off on my Breva 750. His bike is a BMW, the 1200 RT, huge great monster of a thing, and he's not a little chap, he's quite a big, well-built lad. So he borrowed my 750 Breva. He made it look like a push bike, honestly. It's so small, but he did say, as I said he would, when he took it, I said, it's a very nice little bike, and you will like it. We got in touch after and said, how you get on going home? He said, you were right. It just does everything you want it to do. I said, yeah, they're good like that. I don't think I'll convince him. Yeah, I think he's too much into his big Beamer, which is fine. It's a lovely bike with lots of toys on it. And he wanders up, he's Scottish, and he wanders up to his family in Scotland every now and then from South Wales, so it is the bike for the job. But anyway, that's been me. I've been quite busy. Everything else is coming on fine. I'm getting a little bit fed up of politics at the moment. There's people still talking about Brexit, and we shouldn't leave the EU. We've left. Stop talking about it. Get on. We've left. Leave it alone. It's great. You know, life's not too bad. We are no better off, no worse off than a lot of other countries. I am very worried about our opposition, because it's not strong enough. I believe we should have a strong political opposition to whoever's in power. And when Keir Starmer was actually quoted, actually said, and I heard him say it, I could not believe my ears when he said, the vast majority of women don't have a penis. That is saying that some do. I mean, I don't know what he did at school in biology, but certainly didn't get anywhere. And so that's worrying me. When the only sensible people are comedians like Ricky Gervais, who hold a mirror up to this. And I just think to myself, if you haven't seen the Ricky Gervais sketch about women and pronouns, it's worth a watch. But I don't want to get political on this channel particularly, and I certainly don't want to get involved in the PC world of genders. No. I'd rather talk about motorbikes. But but you just bump into it these days. You can't avoid it. Can't avoid it. Anyway, there you go. That's what I've been up to. I am sorry it's been a while since the last one, but I would ask you to, you know, press the like and subscribe and what have you, and tell your friends to subscribe. It'd be nice to have a few more subscribers. Like I say, this is back on the road. I'll be running this week, actually riding it about, largely because I missed it. I really have missed running around on it because it's just a hoot to ride. I don't think I'll be wearing my MAGA hat too much. It's not a MAGA hat, it's Motul. It is Motul, it's a Motul oil. And I have to say, I do like the product. I've used it many years ago. And Motul as a company have actually supported motorbike racing for many years. And that's kind of, it warms me to them a bit. But I have to say, I wish they'd support me a bit. I could do with it. There we go. Anyway, old guy in shed, complete with that. Complete with that. Saying goodbye and safe out there, be safe out there. It's very, very dangerous. But that's why we did it. All the best.